I'm never sleeping, cause sleeping is the cause of your death. Live by the code until I take my last breath. I'm never sleeping. I hustle while you rest. We from the cook until ain't nothing left.
Boy, Reality Realm Bullard, man. I'm here with another episode of the Reality Realm with my co-host.
Boss Hawk 215 _ Reality Realm. Hey, listen, people, we are still feeling the love, and I'm gonna tell you that every episode because without y'all, there's no us. Hey man, on a more touching subject, we gotta send let's do a 5-second rest in peace for my man Low, Howard. Let's go ahead and get that out the way, baby. Come on, man. We gotta do this the right way. So. All right, we are back. All right, man. Let's start off this episode with, as usual, life topics. But this one's a little bit different, though. Do we, as people, fuck with rats or no? Sometimes you gotta ask yourself that question. Because some of the shit that we've been seeing is a little suspect. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and start that one off, bro.
You know, since I was a young boy, before I had any knowledge of any shit out here in these streets, I used to hear older niggas talk about this kind of shit all the time. They all, man, you know, that nigga, he's a fucking rat. I don't fuck with him. Or that bitch, she a rat. I don't fuck with her. Because they come in both sexes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. I done heard that shit a lot, man. I done heard it from day one. And I've seen, but see, what has changed over the years, unfortunately, what has changed is a whole lot of exceptions and excuses that started being put into place for motherfuckers by this age-old rule of the whole snitches get stitches theory, the whole, like I just said, don't fuck with a rat-ass nigga. But yet and still, I look up and I ain't trying to give nobody name, no energy, because they doing a damn good enough job of their own doing that. So I'm not going to help cause. But I look up and I see certain motherfuckers got millions on top of millions of motherfuckers following they lead. But yet, every time I turn around, all I hear is rat, 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 rat. See, the shit ain't adding up. And this is what I've come to realize. If you a certain caliber cat and you live your life a certain way,
you're not going to involve yourself with that shit.
Like, you're not, exactly. And it's going to be exemplified in the way you move.
Right.
And my thing is, if you going to tell me that I shouldn't fuck with the rat that lives down the street or around the corner or maybe on the other side of the hood that I live in, you know, you don't fuck with that nigga, he a clown, he a rat, he this, he that. And then the thing about it, some of these dudes, they be so fucking adamant about it. They be talking about killing a nigga just because he ratted on somebody, and the shit probably don't even got nothing to do with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't your folks. It wasn't your mans. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't that kind of situation. You just know that this nigga took the stand and pointed somebody out. So for that, you want to end his life. You want to do that to him. Like I said, the other motherfuckers though, just because they got, I'll just say millions of Instagram followers.
Right.
It's okay for you to follow this nigga that's ratting. It's okay for you to glorify this motherfucker. Do we fuck with these rat niggas or no? So you can't have it both ways. It don't work like that.
No, I don't.
Fuck, I don't give a fuck if the nigga, okay, so because one nigga got a record deal or if not a record deal, if he a famous actor or whatever his situation is, everybody know this nigga. That's right. The middle, the bottom line. And because this dude is a regular, everyday, average cat, he got to watch his back every time he walk down the street because he's a quote-unquote rat. But this motherfucker over here, you sucking this nigga ball sack every chance you can get. I don't get that shit. That shit is whack, and that's a fact, and that's reality.
Hey, man, listen. I mean, just to double down on what you said, bro. I mean, when you think about it. So, let's be in the hood. It's always okay. In any hood. From West Coast to East Coast. It's always, this nigga's a rat, whatever. Let's see the paperwork. Some dudes, as you are, that you have Afro mentioned or whatever, already got the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? It's like they just skate on by. It's like, it's cool. Nah, man, you gotta. Me personally, whatever. If I knew somebody was a rat, I'm not going to be. I might say what's up to you because that's just a general thing, whatever. But it's not going to be on some this was happening, that's happening, let's get into business. No, none of that shit. None of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't. No, I can't get jiggy with that shit right there, bro. I can't at all. Because when you think about it, you might be the next motherfucker he tell on.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It could be right. You could say what's up to him, this, that, and third, and then y'all get into a conversation about business, whatever type of business it is. And then from there, now it's like, okay, well, he told me all this, whatever. Let me go ahead and snitch on him so I can keep my name out, so I can keep doing what I'm doing. That goes back to the Judas and the Black Messiah joint, whatever.
Yes, sir.
Motherfucker sitting right next to you, you don't know this nigga is a stone cold rat. Like, and you can kind of tell it's always going to be something that exposes something.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to be some type of telltale sign or maybe a clue. You can say, what? Oh, this nigga, nah, I'm cool. I ain't fucking with him. I say, what's up to you? Hey, what's going on? From a distance, what's going on? Give you the COVID joint. What's up, baby? Other than that, I'm good. But then on the other hand, you got some niggas who just get caught up in the limelight of being around or being mentioned. You know what I'm saying? With this dude, but you know you're a rat. So where do your principles come in? Just in life, where do your principles come into play? Like me and you go working 9 to 5. That motherfucker talking about we taking too many lunch, we taking too long on our lunch break. He's a rat.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it can go different ways and different multitudes, whatever. Like, don't just think, as we're saying this, like, oh, it's like the streets. No, it could be any little thing. I'm pretty sure we both been ratted on just going to elementary school. Shit like, because you got caught now. You want to, well, he did it first. What? You serious?
Well, see, there you go. And I'm glad you said that because I've said this many times about motherfuckers out here in this life that we live. I have said this many occasions. If you see a person as an adult and they got certain characteristics, if you look way on back, that shit, that ain't just start as when they became grown ass man on, like you, and that was a real good example. You in school, you get caught. And the minute you get caught, you tell them on your classmate and shit. Right. Oh, well, he did it first. Well, she did
exactly.
It. That's bro. There it is, right?
Just sucking it up. I got caught. Whatever.
You's a fucking rat. It's just like it's in you to do this shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I just feel as though niggas need to, and not just to a certain extent, but through and through, live the shit you claim to be, homie.
Right.
If you out here and you claim to be a stand-up type nigga, if you out here, you claim to be a certain type cat cut from a certain kind of cloth, I just don't understand why you would want to be affiliated with certain kind of shit. Unless unless you know something that we all have yet to get clarity on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's that kind of a situation, then I guess keep on doing you. You already on the right path. I mean, listen.
It is what it is, though. I mean, this is real shit. Like,
I gotta say it, bro, because it's like I look around me and I say, shit, this ain't right. Because the thing is, you know, sometimes in life you stumble upon some information, and that info that you stumble upon is an eye opener. And I look at this shit and I say, well, damn, why you following this cat? Like, why you enamored with this nigga? Right. Why you worried about what this motherfucker got going on? If he a rat, right? He's supposed to be the scum of the earth, right?
Supposedly.
Okay. Why the fuck why are you carving out ways in your day-to-days to keep track of what is going on in the life of this fucking rat? See, I don't understand. Because when you follow a motherfucker on social media, whether you realize it or not, that's what you're doing. You are carving out a way to keep track of what this motherfucker's doing in his or her day to day. That's why cats don't really, I don't really think they understand how deep those waters run. When you
know what?
Follow button.
Think about it this way though, too, whatever. A lot of people don't understand how deep social media runs either. Oh, honestly, when you think about it, whatever, this is like it's like, this is the way I look at it. I could be wrong. You can tell me I'm wrong, I'm from right. With social media, to me, it's more or less like back in the day when you didn't have anything else to watch but 3, 6, 10, 17, 57.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You're programmed. You are programmed to certain shows. Okay, you knew Martin was coming on this time. You knew TGIF, Thank God It's Friday. They had a line of shows for them. Okay. But when you think about it, it's programming. It's a different type of programming now. You can walk around with your programming.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's almost another form of entertainment.
No doubt.
So, I mean, if you want to be entertained by, per se, a rat, then that's, shit. Now, I might throw some cheese out there, whatever, and see if you bite it.
Okay, you know what? Now, that being said, it makes me ask a question. It makes me say, well, shit. Why the fuck are you even interested in a rat?
Something's intriguing. Something captivates you to actually follow this person.
All right, you know what? Now here goes a scenario. I'm gonna throw this out there because I know we've been on the topic for a little while now. We need to move on to other shit. So, but I'm gonna throw this out there for anybody that's peep gaming on this. This is what I want. This is what I want the average motherfucker to walk away from thinking. If you've ever been around a nigga that have spoken this way about a quote unquote rat, but you know for a fact what I'm talking about and what you're talking about today with niggas following glorified rats on social media, right? If that motherfucker that they following was to ever extend them an invite to come kick it with them, you going?
Ooh. That's a good one right there. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good one. That's definitely a good one.
Is you niggas going? Because guess what? That make you lower than a fucking rat. You know what I'm saying?
You're a rat chaser.
A dry snitch is worse than a fucking snitch because, you know, hey, listen, man, motherfuckers, you know, they get out here, hey, I don't want to be the one to snitch on him, but I'm going to get my man right here to snitch on him. Like, come on, man. How the fuck you going to play musical chairs with snitching? That shit don't
think about it, though. How many niggas you know, just offhand, maybe not a lot, but at least enough to whereas though, when them Crime Watchers Jones be on, whatever, on channel 10, 6, or 3, whatever, I know a couple niggas that been snitch. Like, oh yeah, that's the boy right there. Try to get that paper.
Don't even add up. It
just is what it is, man. And with that being said,
if that's your thing, it is what it is. However, if you claim to be a certain type cat, but you...
Oh, it be them niggas. It be them niggas, yeah.
But you in awe of a fucking rat.
Right. It is what it is, man. You know what? I think we both got the answer on that one.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, moving on to another topic. And this one really, I had to think about this one a little bit, man. So the kid that was disrespecting Cam Newton at the camp, that was Cam Newton camp, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that symbolic of a mass parenting failure?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let me start this one off.
You go right ahead.
So my thoughts was this, whatever. At first I was looking, I'm like, young boy, just, talking shit, whatever. But at some point in time, when do you realize that this man has done shit in the league? This man done went from being a Florida Gator to being like going to junior college and then going to Auburn. Like, I think that's the path he took, right? And then it's like, all right, so he done been through something or whatever. How can you really pick his brain? Or, should you be picking his brain? To whereas though it's like, okay, let me figure out the struggles he went through. And let me see how I can get out my situation. And I dug Cam for this. Like, where's your parents at? Where your dad at? You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking to me, you was a little boy to me. I done some shit in the NFL. You're trying to get to where I'm at. So where do you what? I'm a free agent. So and
See, that's where he showed his ignorance.
yep.
I mean, you sitting here saying you a free agent, which okay, that means I can sign with any team that I so choose to sign with, or any team that chooses to want to sign me. I have that flexibility. I got that leverage. Okay, I'm a
But
free.
more than anything, you got to get to being a free agent.
Yep.
You got to get to this bag. Like I already got the bag. Like
see, Young Bull to me, and the reason why I say it is symbolic of an epic failure in parenting, because a lot of these young bulls nowadays, they don't even seem to want to respect the degrees of separation from from child to adult. They real quick to step out of their lane as a kid and try to say some old slick shit to a grown ass man or a grown ass woman. Now, it could be a lot of reasons why they think that this is the smart thing to do. But see, where they go wrong is a lot of times you might be talking to a motherfucker that was with the shit at one point in their life.
yeah,
Younger. So now you running off at the mouth, young boy or young girl, whatever the fuck, you little chicken head bitch. You know, you running off. Yeah, I said it. You running off at the mouth, talking shit with your neck stretched, your eyes popping out your head, because in your mind, this shit ain't gonna go but so far. And
but you never know.
And you don't know.
Don't know.
That this shit is, there's no way this shit can get physical, right? You know what I'm saying? It's no way that I'm gonna have some type of punishment be heaped upon me that's gonna really put me in a fucked up situation. See, that's the problem with the average kid.
These days, rather, like
they don't think no further than they 2 front feet, bro.
Right.
They don't think no further. This life that we living in, regardless of your age, this shit is chess. It ain't checkers.
Yes, sir.
Young boy was playing checkers. He was playing checkers, talking that dumb shit to Cam.
He's playing Monopoly in my mind, whatever. Like you gambling like a motherfucker, man. Because that nigga, you never know. If Cam decides to just tune that shit off and go back into, I'm still pissed because I gotta, man. He can just go off, like, and then what? There's gonna be, oh, Cam beat up a little kid. No, but this little kid stepped out of line, and that's why I'm glad Cam did what he did. Where's your dad at? Like, what's going on here? Like, I don't understand it.
You know what I would have did, bro, in a situation like that? And this is just because this is me. Young boy would have started talking that cool shit, and I'd have been like, you know what, youngin'? Step out of line. Step away from everybody. The exit is that way.
Or,
Keep
that's
walking.
what I was thinking too, though. I dig you on that one, whatever. You could have got kicked out and just never come back to my camp.
Get the fuck on.
Or Cam could have said, you know what? Let's do the brick. What's that joint back in the day?
The brick
yard.
Yeah.
Brick yard. Everybody get some equipment. Come on, no, find some equipment. Come on, let's see if you can talk this when a grown man is hitting you. Then what you got to say then? We both playing football.
Yeah, we play. Yeah, but see, I guarantee you, if he'd have did some, see, and again, that's why I was saying what I said earlier. These motherfucking youngins be thinking that shit ain't gonna go but so far.
Right.
So they be running off at the fucking mouth. The minute shit get physical, now all of a sudden you a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know that all too well. Go ahead.
Bro. There you go. So like you know what I mean?
That just brought me back to a time. I'm like, yeah, this nigga is right.
All the way right. All the way right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because I already know. See, it's almost like it's like dangling that carrot. When they start running off at the mouth, see, I'm a little different. I move different, bro. So if you're talking too much shit while you running off at the mouth, I'm like, oh, you really feeling yourself, huh, young boy? You know what? See, I already know that if I trash you, I'm gonna have a multitude of bullshit on my plate after that.
Right.
But while you standing there talking shit, I'm gonna go ahead and pull my phone out my pocket. I'm gonna send out a few text messages like, "Hey yo, come holler at me real quick."
Right.
I ain't even gonna say what, I ain't stupid. I ain't gonna say.
Right.
Like, yo, come holler at me real quick. It's important. Just come holler at me. And when certain motherfuckers touch down,
there ain't gonna be no rap.
I want to see if young boys still got that same energy. You feel me?
But you know what they do? You know what they do before that happens? They notice a little trick. Because I was in that situation at one point in time. Gators, I'm out. They straight run. Because you don't know what I'm about to bring to you.
No doubt.
I'm sorry. I kind of got caught up. My bad.
Right.
I got caught up a little bit. But with that situation though, yeah, man, I think Cam handled himself in an excellent way. Excellent way. The response was quick, and it should have been, but that wasn't young boy talking. That was his parents talking.
I hope the fuck not. Did you read that letter?
Yeah, that was his parents talking.
Oh, the grammar in that joint was fucked up.
Right.
And when I read that shit, man, I said, "Damn, you know what? You need to apologize for making me read this butchered ass shit that you put the fuck up here." I read that shit. I said, and you had the nerve to be out there running off at the mouth, and you can't write a fucking letter no better than this, dog. See what I mean? Once again, is it an example of an epic failure, an epic parenting failure? Yes, it is. Because see, the thing is, when we was young bulls, when we was that age. And if we were in the same situation talking to an NFL, it never would have entered our mind to disrespect that man like that.
First of all, I'm trying to get to where you at, so I need to figure out how did you get here.
I want to get as much information from you as possible. Exactly. I want to soak it all up like a sponge soaking up water, homie. And
that's real. That's definitely real.
I said it before and I say it again. You know what I noticed, bro? This past winter, we had a lot of snow. Ain't no young boys going around in the hood shoveling no more.
True.
These motherfuckers is different, dog. All they worry about is their phones. All they worried about is fucking TikTok, Snapchat, all that bullshit. These motherfuckers, they need, that's why, once again, epic parenting failure? Yes. You need to make these kids put their fucking tablets and phones down and get out here and do some different kind of shit.
Do some manual labor.
They
come back in the crib and talk shit. You so tired you can't. Like, all you want to do is, I'm gonna take a shower, I'm gonna wrap up, I'm gonna get this little food in me, whatever, and I'm going to fuck to sleep.
Yep.
But in the meanwhile, with that happening, you ain't spending $1 out your pocket.
Exactly.
That's for the next day, and then you go back the next day. But that's definitely a good point, man. I really don't understand where. I kind of do. Because I think my era was more or less the generation where the internet first started popping. Just the internet, it just in whole, like with the AOL chats and the Yahoo chats and stuff like that. So I seen where this has come from. And that's the reason why I'm like, you ain't got social media? No, I don't. Because I already know I know what's going to happen. And rather me do that, I'm cool off that shit. I'm straight. I go another way. You see me, you see me. You don't. If you get my number from somebody else, whatever, that's cool. But at the end of the day, whatever, I need to see you. Like, what's up? What you into?
I can dig it.
You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm kind of with you too with that one, whatever, because you would know better than this to go ahead and disrespect this man who's inviting you to a free camp to up your game,
to give you a better shot at reaching your ultimate goal.
Exactly. Even if you don't get into the reps and you mess up, whatever, you still get to take something from there. Okay, I see where I messed up. This guy's ranked number 10 in the nation. I'm ranked 100. Okay, I see where I need to. This is the bar I need to get to. But hey, what do we know? What do we know? We some, they say, oh, y'all old as shit, y'all old heads. Okay, that's fine. But remember, this is nothing but a repeat cycle. Life goes in circles.
Hell yeah.
So moving on from that, man, we gotta. I'm gonna say the boy is a G. I'm gonna say he's a G, man. Bobby Shmurda got released from jail. I think it was today or yesterday. He did 6 years. He stood up, whatever. And what I found out too was whatever he actually modified his deal to where as though he took the brunt of everything. So he definitely modified his deal to take the brunt of everything, and he's out now. Let me get your thoughts, comments, and concerns, especially going off that first topic with the rats.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, bro. Even with a situation like that one, right? See, like I've said many days on this podcast with other shit, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. So all I can go off is what I hear. All I can go off is is the case with everybody else as well. You know, you just go off of what's reported and all that cool shit, and maybe an interview or two and some motherfuckers dropping comments and clues. But in terms of just, I'm gonna approach it from this angle. A black man being out of that prison system, good shit.
Positive, yep.
And then to come home and be on a positive note, double down on the good shit. Now, my concern is this. A lot of times, you know, you see it done you see this shit said in comedies, sitcoms, movies, whatever. You see a motherfucker say, just when I got out, they pulled me back in. That's what I hope don't happen. Now, that would be my ultimate concern.
Right.
Him.
And you know what, though? Go ahead. I want you to finish. I already know what's about to happen. Or I think what's about to happen. Go ahead.
If he want to move differently nowadays, if he want to be on a positive note, regardless of what happened yesterday, because, I mean, listen, everything has a starting point. So even if he was a certain way up to a certain point, if he trying to do it different now, if he want to move different now, if he want to be a positive black male influence now, let him. Because we don't got nearly enough. You know what I'm saying? We got too many motherfuckers running around out here still trying to keep that dumb dickhead motherfucking mentality alive and well. So if he wants to do it, kudos to fuck to him. And that's reality.
No, that's real shit, man. And the only reason why I'm saying that is whatever, because you know, well, I don't know if you know or not, him and Rainbow Boy had a little beef before he got booked. But Rainbow Boy was screaming at Treyway shit, whatever. Bobby Shmurda is GS9. So that's two different gangs in New York. Right. So my thing is this though, whatever. If he comes home on a positive joint, whatever, and he about his bread, like you said, kudos, man. Like that's what's up. Like, do that, man, because he probably know more than anybody to have just a little bit of fame and about to take off and to get it snatched away. Right. And then you got to go do this time. You know what I'm saying? Right. And all off of the simple fact that sometimes keeping it real ain't good. It's one song that he had with the boy that's in that squad, Roddy Rebel. He explained the murder. That's how the feds got him. That's how all that shit came tumbling down.
Well, see, again, you gotta. There's an expression that's gaining a lot of traction by your boy right here, Reality Ron Bullard. And this is something motherfuckers need to take to heart. You gotta watch what you're saying out here. Point blank, period. It's just that we live in a society now where just because you saying, oh, well, that was just a rap song, or that was just a this, or that was just a that, you do not have the leeway to run around out here talking reckless now. You just don't.
Right.
You do
too many cameras, too many ways for you to get jammed up. Like,
yes, sir. And I guarantee you, what you say today can hang you tomorrow. That's why you got to be careful. You got to watch what you're saying out here, and that's on the real. That's just.
I can tell you something, whatever. I know personally, whatever. And when I was a store manager at a certain company, whatever, and we got robbed, and when the D's came, whatever, they was saying like, all right, well, it's a traffic camera right there, whatever, but it's audio. I'm like, what? Yeah, it's audio on that joint too. We're gonna try to figure it out. They never could though, whatever. But I'm like, really? So this camera sitting right here, whatever, the little joints that be in neighborhoods, whatever, they have audio. So I'm kind of like, well, why is never played? Maybe it's just for their sense or whatever, trying to figure out whatever is going down, robbery, murder, or whatever. Them joints have audio. That's for everybody. I'm pretty sure they all over the country. They have audio. You just don't know it. Anytime you see them joints, whatever, they just be playing just like they just show something. It's actually audio. I don't know if they can actually let you hear the audio until you in a jam or whatever. Okay. But it's definitely audio on them joints. And I'm like, wow, I knew it was a camera. and a 360. So it's kind of like, well, damn, like 360 audio and video? What type of shit is y'all on? But my thing was this, whatever, with the Shmurda thing, like I said, man, I mean, hopefully he is, I ain't gonna say he is, hopefully he does come out, well, he is out, hopefully he's out, and he's just looking a little more closely of his surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Because now you done took a brunt of the charges or whatever. They was going to let him go. I think they said he was only going to do like 3 or 4 years. He took the 6 to even everybody else joints out.
Okay.
So that's some real shit. Like, no, I know, you know what I mean? Maybe the lyrics wasn't supposed to be in the song, whatever. Maybe, all right, we're going to even this joint out, whatever. Nah, even the time out. So I got to give him respect for that, man. I definitely do, man. I mean, it just seeing the times that we in, especially with this Rainbow dude, whatever, like, it's like, yo, man, you running around here, whatever, you running down on people for what? Everybody know you fuck with the feds. That's not even a question.
But see, it's funny. It's
but
funny
this
how
stuff I swear, whatever, too, because not to cut you off, I already know you're about to go, and I wanted to get this out before you do it. A certain person, whatever, should already know that too. So it's like, yo, you talk, I'm out. I ain't dealing with that, man. Come on. I could look like a bitch or whatever you want to say. Nigga, you know what's up.
But like, it's funny how things go full circle.
Yeah.
You know, it just takes you right back around to the point that was made earlier. Like, you know, you just said it. You know, you fucking with the feds. Everybody know that you fucking with the feds. But yet and still, millions of motherfuckers is fucking with him. See, I'm just not understanding.
Yeah, it's weird, yo. It's weird.
This shit is out of pocket, man.
You know what? It's some weird shit, man. And I ain't even, you know what? To me, I guess it's more or less like, damn. See, when we grew up in this era of, I'm going to say the game. I ain't going to say hip-hop because this ain't hip-hop no more. This is like the game. This is the industry now. You had the hip-hop police out there, whatever, trying to run down on niggas. Not other niggas running down on other niggas. That wasn't happening. If it was so, then it would have been handled accordingly. We can bring up instances. Tupac, Biggie, CNN, and CNN and who? Kim and C's. You know what I'm saying? It was like different instances, whatever. This shit just popped off. Like, yo, like, I don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with me, and we at the same place. Fuck it, we going at it. Not the cops come in like now. You got personal security guards. I'm not mad at it because at the end of the day, everybody wants to go home. But don't post like, oh, we over here and this nigga's a snitch. Oh no, this nigga's a snitch. No, this nigga is like, come on, man, it's too much. It's too much going on.
Well, see, you gotta realize one thing about it. Social media gives any and everybody a platform in which to run their fucking mouth.
True.
So because they got that access, every little thing they try to chronicleize, I mean, it's again, the shit gets redundant, the shit gets tired. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like that's why with the way I play this whole thing, I could be on that shit, you know, scrolling, checking out certain shit. And the minute I see one or two similar acts get committed, I get off that shit. Because I'll be like, all right, you know what? This shit getting on my nerves now. I'm above.
The same way, bro.
I ain't got no problem. See, I got no problem saying, oh, this right here, I'm above this shit. This is my mental, my mind elevation is way above what's going on here. This shit
is real. That's definitely real.
It's basic right here, man. This shit is elementary. Listen, I'm on some PhD kind of shit. You feel me? So like, I ain't got time, man. Like, but see, again, one thing that your parents used to tell you all the time growing up, and I know you heard this before. A clown is only going to perform if he is out of audience.
Yep. That's real shit.
It is.
That's real shit.
And that's reality.
No, that is reality.
Shit, man.
All right, cool. We're gonna move on from this, man. Next topic. And I didn't know this until you told me. So let's talk about the oddness of the NFL Combine. Well, not actually having the Combine, and how much tougher it's going to make assessing the incoming draft class. You start off. I can start it off. I mean, this is stupid. It's dumb because even though the Combine doesn't really show what a player is on the field, at least you get to test certain aspects. Like, I've seen a lot of receivers that I thought was good, and when they do that down the line drill, like from sideline to sideline, they start dropping them passes. I'm like, yeah, he can't look the ball in and then look for the next pass, which can be actually detrimental.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that, I mean, the reps thing, I get that. Some of the quarterbacks, even some of the quarterbacks to the point where they're not throwing on target. And that could be a multitude of reasons, whatever, but still gives you a first look. Okay, this guy's not really what I thought he was. So now how do you draft on that? I don't know how you can.
Well, one thing, the one good thing is teams are still holding pro days. They're still
okay, all right.
But see, my thing is was stupid to me about that is if you want to have a pro day, why not have a combine?
Same difference.
It's the same difference. I really don't. Now the only thing I can kind of halfway understand about it is like, okay, I do know when it's the combine, everybody comes together at one location, in the ants. You know, that's they come together there. But now, whereas with the pro day, I guess if you play for Alabama, you're there. If you play for Texas, you're there. If you play,
but see, that's that untold advantage too. Like, I know this field. I know where the divots are. No, move over a little bit. You know what I'm saying? No. Move over a little bit, and we're gonna start from there. Like, that's kind of unfair too. You ever notice most of the time when people go to the combine, their 40 time, I'm gonna say 90% of the time is better at their pro day, or it's even.
Well, that's what I was gonna touch on. I was gonna say that they it could be some manipulation in that regard.
Right.
But see, I would think that one way you could curb that is to have some neutral people in place at these pro days. Okay. Maybe some people who would normally have been covering the combine, they're there at these different pro days just to curb that type shit from
right.
Shaving time off.
Try to get rid of the advantages and shit. Like, yeah, I got you.
The nigga got a 37-inch vertical, but you putting him down for having a 40.
Right. Like, come on.
That kind of shit, No,
you definitely right about that, bro. But I mean, I just think, more than anything, man, we in some crazy ass times, man. Even just with sports, we're in some crazy ass times. And it's like, I hope this is not the new norm, because that's going to turn me off. I'm starting to get turned off from basketball. I've been advocating, we got to watch it, we got to do this, we got to talk about it, but I can't get into it most of the time.
Well, they already, from what I heard, the president has already said that in terms of just wearing the mask,
it's going to be mandated.
That shit is going run its course through 2021. We ain't getting that no time soon. That shit's going to be around for a minute. And see, when you hear, and it's like it's a mixed bag when you hear reports on this shit. 1 minute they'll tell you, the death. Well, they say worldwide the death toll is over half a billion. It's over 500,000 now. The death toll for it.
I thought that was just in the U.S.
Well, I heard it was worldwide. I don't know. Maybe it is just the U.S. I don't know. But they say the death toll is what it is. They say that then they'll tell you that the pace of it, from a percentage standpoint, may have dipped some, which is a good thing. But then they'll turn right around and they'll say, hey, man, this whole situation is going to get worse before it gets any better. So It's like, now you walk away from it like, well, shit, like, what the fuck do I hang my hat on here? Do I
hang your hat on?
But see, and it's crazy, and that's crazy because you need to, if this shit is going to continue to linger which I really don't see how it can't, because when you think in terms of how the shit is spread, nobody don't fucking listen. Everybody wants to do their own fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they tell your ass, hey man, don't gather in groups, wear your mask. They say all this shit. Nobody wants to listen. I see so many fucking photos, and this is some of the stupidest shit I ever seen in my life, man.
Oh, with the drawing in your nose, so yeah, I got you.
No, listen. It'd be like 6 motherfuckers huddled up to take a selfie together, right? One motherfucker out the 6 got a mask on, everybody else is maskless. Like, what the fuck, yo? Like this the kind of shit I be talking about. This is why people annoy me like they do, and this is why I try to stay the fuck out the way. And I stay in the crib and fall back, so I ain't got to be around these ignorant ass cats. I get irritated when I see shit like that. It makes me want to haul off and give these stupid motherfuckers a smack. That's reality.
I ain't mad at you, Pimpin'. I ain't mad at you, man. I mean, I guess, man, I mean, with this type of thing, whatever, I guess in my mind is more or less like, yes, it's going to get worse before it gets better. We might be in those days to where as though you might be better off just being in your fucking crib, like, just kind of deal with it the way you deal with it. Because the problem is that I could trust you, but I don't know who you've been around, who you can't trust. It's like a chart, man. It's like a chart my doctor showed me whatever back in the day about having unprotected sex. Okay, you had unprotected sex with her, but he had unprotected sex with her. But then the other girl, he had unprotected. You mean it's like down the line. It's like you don't know where it's coming from.
Right.
And that's the type of deal I think it is right now. Like, you don't know. Like, you have no clue. Only thing you can do is protect yourself.
Right.
And that's a tough thing, man. That's definitely a tough thing. I guess because, and it's the one thing that I do want to understand, whatever. And I might have to ask somebody that's a doctor over in China. Y'all been wearing masks way before this shit. Why was y'all wearing masks?
Exactly. Good point.
I mean, it wasn't nothing that you watch something on Dateline or CNN and they walking around with they masked up. I was wondering, why the fuck they got masks on? Y'all know something the fuck we don't know? But however, I have seen pictures of people in China. They got this big ass fucking, this shit's like as big as the damn ocean or some shit like that, but it's a pool. And everybody's in like the donuts, the little inflatable donuts, whatever.
Yeah.
Just chilling. They just, no mask on nobody. And I'm like, what the? So is y'all cool over there? Like, I don't get it.
Not only that, but they've been having record-setting box office sales over there, the movie theaters.
Yeah, that. Their economy is better than ours now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different little intricacies that you can look at like, something don't look right.
But something to further that thing with the movie theater shit, I noticed that they also said that this is something that the filmmakers in the United States are really taking notice to. Because, our theaters are still, I mean, are they even open?
I don't even know, bro. I haven't even checked.
You see what I'm talking about? It's like 1 minute they open, next minute they not. And when they are open, I don't think nobody's going. I know I'm not going. And it's crazy because anybody that knows me knows that going to the movies is a big fucking deal for me.
That's your shit, yeah.
That's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, butter popcorn and goobers, yeah. I remember all that shit.
Yeah, no doubt, for sure. You know what I mean? So it is like, I mean, I've missed out. The last movie I went to go see, bro, was The Invisible Man. I ain't been to the movie.
Yeah, you was after me. The last one I saw was Bad Boys.
Okay. Yeah, that's the last joint I seen. And it's crazy because I remember the day that I went to go see that, I always go above and out of my way to try to avoid crowds. So, and this was before any of this shit, but so I was sitting up in there, me and the fam, and we, I'm looking around, I'm thinking, damn, ain't really.
In fact, yeah, was you? I ain't gonna give you a location up. Was you next to the Home Depot? Because I know you not that far from that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, yeah, that's my duck. Yeah, that's my ducky. Go ahead.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But so So I'm like, I'm looking around. I'm loving the fact that ain't that many people around. But then it's crazy. About maybe I'm gonna say maybe 3/4 of the way through the film, it hit me. See, that was when COVID was very first picking up a lot.
Right.
And I was like, oh shit, niggas probably ain't in this joint because of the whole corona thing. It hit me then. And I was like, oh shit. Like I said it to myself that day. I said, this will be the last day for me coming up in motherfuckers. I'm cool. I'm had to, bro. I'm gonna have to see a major change in society before I will feel comfortable going in the movie theater.
No, I feel you, yo. They are like, look, man, look. I feel you. I don't feel comfortable with going anywhere. Like, honestly, like, I do what I have to do, but I don't feel comfortable. Like, you're looking around, fuck, and then somebody call for sneeze, yo, fuck, like, you start getting them vibes, like, oh, you good? Like, a little too close or something, like.
Yeah, shit crazy. Is that I just went to go holler at my doc shit yesterday, and I had a real good visit with him, and shit, man. I told him how I've been moving since this shit kicked off. He told me, good fucking job, keep doing. Well, he didn't say fucking job, but
yeah, no. Like,
he told me good job, keep on, maintain that same blueprint.
Discipline, the discipline, man. That's what it is discipline.
He said, I told him, man. I said, you ain't got to tell me twice, homie. I'm on it.
I'm trying to be around this joint for a minute.
Hell yeah.
All right, we're gonna move away from that, man. Right now we are going to one. I didn't see this coming, and I gotta say this before this. None of these motherfuckers have a jump shot, so I'm kind of figuring out where we're gonna go with this. It's the Hall of Fame point guard edition of Start, Bench, and Cut.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Isaiah Thomas, which I already know you're gonna cut him, but my bad. Jason Kidd and Magic Johnson. I'm gonna let you start this one off. I need reasonings too.
Okay, starting Magic, benching J Kidd, Isaiah Kidd.
I know it.
Yeah, you fucking real. Get the fuck on up out of here with your tight ass basketball shorts, man. Get out of here.
So can I ask you a question or whatever? Why would you cut Zeke and keep J Kidd? I mean, Zeke at least had a mid-range game.
J Kidd is one of the best passers ever.
Okay.
He could run the hell out of an offense.
But it depends on who he's passing to as well.
Well, so now wait a minute. How does that affect his ability or inability to pass the ball?
Well, when you come into the league and you got Jamal Mashburn and Jimmy Jackson as young players, them dudes was good.
So
then you go to Phoenix. Who did he have in Phoenix? I don't even know what he had in Phoenix.
Do I got to talk about the depth and wealth of talent that Zeke balled with?
I mean, as far as scorers?
Yeah. I mean, shit, yeah. Dumars, all of first of all, that whole fucking starting five could score, bro.
Dumars is good.
Points out of that whole five.
Dumars was good. I mean, maybe Mark Aguirre was a better scorer than Dumars. But other than that, that's it.
Lambert scored.
Who?
Bill Lambert. Now, see, now you got me sounding like I'm a fan of these motherfuckers. I fucking hate them.
I'm just saying.
We're not even gonna.
But Lambert was a scorer, though. He was a scorer.
Bill Lambert was a threat to score the basketball. See, that was what made the Pistons what they were.
All right, so let me ask you this: we talking about Dirk Nowitzki scoring, or we talking about Detlef Schrempf scoring, or are we talking about Mark Maxson scoring? Because he was like in between Detlef Schrempf and Mark Maxson to me. Like,
I was gonna say I would place him above. Well, I don't know. Detlef Schrempf had some. He had some shit. He had some score. I would say Detlef because he damn sure ain't Dirk. He ain't that. You know what I'm saying? But I would say Detlef, yeah, because Lambert was.
Did you say he's at Detlef or he's underneath, like right there with Detlef, like? Because Detlef was a problem. Detlef scored threes.
I would say he's a well. Lambert used to hit threes too. I mean, I couldn't stand
not
him.
At Detlef's rate,
bro. And that's where you see. I can understand where you going wrong at and how you looking at this. Okay. Because one thing you got to realize, that's what made that fucking team unique. See, any given night, somebody of that five could drop 22, 25 points, but everybody else had
John
12.
Sally?
Sally wasn't a starter. I'm
All
talking
right, so let's go through the starters. Who was it? It was James Edwards was a starter, right?
Edwards, I believe, came off the bench as well. Buddha Edwards.
Okay, all right, so it had to be Blambeer, Rodman, McGuire, Dumars, and Zeke.
And Zeke, yeah, and any of them guys, any of those guys. Well, Rodman wasn't going. You know, Rodman wasn't going to score.
Okay, so then, all right, let's cut him out the equation.
Well, Rodman might grab 30 fucking rebounds though. So
all right, he ain't scoring.
No, he's not going to score a lot of points. He's still going to give you a dime. He gonna give you double digits. He ain't going to come out of there with no
10 by mistake. 10 by mistake. That's all I'm saying.
No,
he might be a couple tap ins or whatever, like, you know.
Bottom line is, well, his energy and everything he brought to the table, it was like if Rodman had a 10-point, 15 rebound game, shit, it probably felt like he scored 30. The way he
if he gets 10, okay, I get you, all right.
Crashing and knocking into motherfuckers and tripping people and all that extra shit and grabbing butts and all that shit. You know,
wait, but it was cool when he was with the Bulls, though, right? It was cool. Okay, all right.
Hey, brother, you know what? Listen.
I'm just saying, though, it's a double-sided mirror, man. You can't condemn him for doing what he's doing when he did for y'all. Like, I mean, come on.
Listen, brother. See, we turning this somewhere else.
I'm just asking questions, that's all.
All I'm saying is this. That team, Isaiah on that team, any given night, Isaiah could drop 20, maybe 25 points. But you already knew if he didn't get that much, you knew Isaiah was going to bring you about 15 and then dish out another 10. Like, that team had a balance. It was like the ultimate balance. I think the only other team that you could really probably put above them in terms of being made that way would be the Celtics. Because they were extremely balanced.
I was going to say the Jazz. That later Jazz team. I was going to say that.
The Jazz team? Nah. Not more so than them. Not more so than them two squads.
Bro. That Jazz team was like, you knew who was getting what.
Are we talking about Stockton and Malone Jazz?
Yeah, we talking about Stockton, Malone, Hornacek, Byron Russell. We talking about that Jazz team.
Byron Russell. All right, anyway. So listen.
First of all, if Byron Russell got fouled, I don't care what nobody say. Byron Russell got fucking fouled. That's bottom line.
See, we gonna run over.
Okay, all right. You know what? All right.
But I'm gonna say this. Like I said, Magic Johnson, Jay Kidd, and Fruit of the Loom's fucking basketball shorts wearing Isaiah Thomas.
Well, I mean, we do have the same starting point guard. I got to give it to Magic because I think he could do what he did at 6'9" anyway. I'm going to have to go with Zeke as my backup.
I'm just
going to go with Zeke as my backup.
He the kid anyway.
What are you talking about? I ain't got no problem with that, man.
Oh, I remember some shit.
No, listen, look. People was making up names for him. That's all I said. That's all I ever said. I don't know where this owl shit came from, whatever. Nobody never said that. I never seen it.
The NBA did that. They had a commercial. Yeah, you don't remember that commercial?
I don't.
That's bullshit. You know what? I'm going to find that commercial and I'm going to send you the link.
You know what?
And you're going to have to apologize to J. Kidd on this.
Look. When Jason Kidd was doing that, I was asleep. I don't know what happened.
Come on, man.
I definitely was not up. I don't know what happened. All I'm saying is this, man. When you look at it, Magic is the ultimate. I mean, well, he's not the ultimate big point guard. He's the ultimate point guard regardless. If Magic had a jump shot, game over.
Magic did on some nights.
If Magic had a consistent jump shot, game over.
When you said when you said jump shot, are you see? And a lot of people do this. Are you just judging on 3-point range? Because even from back
if
there,
he had a mid range, he was good.
Magic. Now, see, Magic was not a lights out shooter by no stretch, but Magic.
Exactly.
But at the same time, Magic could get hot at any given time too. I've seen it, bro. I have seen it. He can shoot when he needs to.
As I just said, if Magic had a jump shot that was consistent, everything will be. He'd probably be the greatest point guard ever, hands down. Nobody can touch him. Zeke was that.
Well, who's better than him now?
As far as point guards go?
Yeah, who's better? Now let's keep in mind, he got 5 chips.
No. Think about it this way though. I can't really answer that on the snap because that's so hard. I have to do some digging. I definitely have to do some digging.
Let me phrase the question: who would you compare to him?
Nobody. 6'9". You can't compare nobody to him.
So my thing is for you to say if he had a jump shot, he would be the best ever. I'm saying, okay, if he ain't now, who is?
When you actually look at it or whatever, when you hone down on it, I mean, you could say at the point guard, I mean, John Stockton can give him a run. What was that? I saw a little movement.
Nah, I was going to ask a question.
I think John Stockton can give him a run. I think
take Stockton over Magic.
There's some attributes that are a little different on both sides.
I ain't asked you about no fucking attributes. I said, would you take John Stockton over Irvin Magic Johnson? That's the question.
Depending on my roster.
See, you ducking and dodging.
No, I'm saying depending on my roster, man.
Because
it's like you know what? It's like Woody Harrelson said. You might make the no look pass when the regular pass is still good. Like I don't know.
My man,
no look pass might cause a turnover. I don't know.
My man, listen. If you were starting a team and you was going to select one of these guys to be your point guard, you could build your team around them now because you already know what kind of team you want. So I'm going to ask you again, are you taking John Stockton over Magic Johnson? You're not. You know you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, first of all, I wasn't ready for that question. That's kind of unfair. That's an unfair question on the spot. Okay?
Hey, brother, I just asked the question because
getting back to what needs to be got.
Handle it.
Like I said, I'm starting Magic. I'm bitching Isaiah because Isaiah is that. I mean, he's slippery. You know what I'm saying? He go in the lane, he can come back out, he can cross you over between the legs, hit a floater. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking him. I gotta cut Jason Kidd because I don't understand the hype on Jason Kidd. Me personally, I think Gary Payton was the better point guard. That's just my personal thoughts. And secondly, I'm tired of the 10, 10, and 10 triple doubles. He's Draymond Green, basically. Because you get 10, 10, and 10, now I gotta praise you. Fuck out of here, no.
So that's what this is all about. You just wanted to put you wanted to voice your displeasure for the comparison, I guess, of him and Gary Payton.
Yeah, of course. You know what? You goddamn right. Fuck it, I said it. Shit happened. You know what? Whatever. I'm riding with it.
Okay.
See, and this goes down to a beef from 20 years ago. I'm still holding that beef.
You know what? At least the truth is out. That's all I'm saying.
Whatever. You know what? People tell me who was the better point guard, Gary Payton or Jason Kidd. I want to see the comments. Comment on that. And with that, you can go ahead and close it down, bro. Got my shit off.
Once again, I just want to say how much we love y'all for kicking it with a couple of brothers who put it down like no other. It's your boy, Reality Round Bullard, my man, Chris Black. When you need a reality check, the reality room is where you want to be at. We'll be back next week in the building, God willing, and that's reality.
Fuck that fake ass Cisco.
I'm never sleeping, cause sleeping is the cause of your death. Live by the code till I take my last breath. I'm never sleeping. I hustle while you rest. We from the cooking still ain't nothing left.